Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and we are back with another auction house update in Forza Horizon 4, where we find out which current cars from the entire car list are currently worth the most. Now, with every monthly update adding new cars along with getting second chances to obtain some extremely rare cars by completing events through the festival playlist, the maximum buyout prices of these cars are constantly changing to the point that the rise and fall of some vehicles after a short period of time become quite drastic. So nonetheless, in today's video I'll be showing you 7 of the newest, most expensive cars you can buy or sell through the auction house in Forza Horizon 4 as of the 3rd of March 2020. Keep in mind, maximum buyout prices of these cars may change as you are watching this video. Starting off with number 1, the 2018 Honda Civic Type R. Yes, surprisingly, once again the FK8 Civic Type R has made it onto the list again. It seems as though this car is still high in demand, as one of the first cars that was only available to buy through the Forzathon shop back in Series 1, along with the 2019 Porsche GT3 RS and Ferrari 812 Superfast, just to name a few. The 1 week window that it was made available to purchase at that time certainly made the car very rare, especially now with the game being over a year old and many new players joining the Horizon world every day. Thankfully, Playground Games did give players a few more opportunities to obtain the Civic Type R, once again through the Forzathon shop in Series 5 and twice through the festival playlist in Series 10 and Series 13. Of course, now we are closing in upon Series 20 or Update 20, which means it's been over half a year since the car was made available to collect, which is most probably why it's in such high demand as of right now. So, how much you can sell this blistering front-wheel drive hatchback for? 16.1 million credits. Number 2, the 2018 Zerouno. First introduced in Series 13 during the summer season, the Zerouno certainly looked like a unique supercar. However, because of Playground Games and Forza Horizon 4, not many players even knew about this car's existence until it was brought into the franchise. One possible reason is because, in reality, only 5 units were ever made during the span of 2018, making it one of the rarest supercars in the world. Now, despite all the fancy bodywork, using mostly materials such as carbon fiber and aluminium, in its base form, the car really is a Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4. It shares the exact same drivetrain and engine, which is certainly not something to complain about. However, in the world of Forza Horizon 4, there is no real benefits of owning this than a standard Huracan, other than the fact that it is an extremely rare vehicle that can't be purchased. Only 2 other occasions has the Zerouno been up for grabs, and they both have been through the festival playlist, once during Series 15 and Series 16. As of right now, this car is white hot, being able to sell through the auction house at the maximum buyout price of 20 million credits. Number 3, the 2018 McLaren 600 LT Coupe. I had a feeling that it was only a matter of time before this car became one of the most expensive cars in the game, period. First introduced in Series 14 as a seasonal completion reward at 50% during the summer season, it certainly was the more beloved McLaren, particularly to collect, than the other McLaren that was available to win during the same series, the 720S Spider. One main factor was that this was essentially a McLaren on its own. Yes, it was a variant of the McLaren 570S, but the engine output was increased by nearly 30 brake horsepower and also weighed 10 kilograms lighter. On top of that, the LT in its name stands for long tail, meaning it's 74mm longer than the 570S due to various body changes like the new rear wing and rear diffuser. In Forza Horizon 4, there's only been one other occasion you could obtain this car, and that was through a seasonal championship reward just 2 months after the 600 LT was first introduced. Being a track-focused supercar and also the highest S1 class McLaren, you can put this car up for auction right now for 16 million credits. Number 4, the 2018 Renault Megane RS. It's very interesting to think that so far 2 out of the 4 cars mentioned have been hot hatches, whereas in reality this would certainly never be the case. But nonetheless, we are talking about the virtual world of Forza Horizon 4, and the 2018 Megane RS has very quickly become a hot car within the community, with an influx of Renaults being added to the car list during the Series 17 update. This was amongst one of the new cars that will be making its debut into the franchise. And what I particularly like about this Megane is that the engine has actually downsized from its previous generation, going from a 2-litre to a 1.8, which is not something we see very often, particularly with hot hatches that generally have small engines already. But despite the downgrade in engine size, it produces more horsepower than its predecessor by more than 20 bhp. Shockingly, this hot hatch, if you somehow manage to obtain more than one, as it was only made available to win during Series 17, can be sold for a maximum buyout price of 20 million credits in the auction house. Number 5, the 2003 Renault Sport Clio V6. Here is a car that went missing in the Horizon series since Forza Horizon 2, and many of us were wondering if it would ever return again to a Horizon game, since it's been in every single motorsport title from the very beginning. Well, after over a year since Horizon 4 launched, Playground Games finally decided to bring the Clio V6 as part of the special Renault month we got back in Update 17. Now, what makes this hot hatch unique is that first, it's rear-wheel drive, which is rarely ever seen, and second, it's mid-engine, meaning instead of having rear seats, it's replaced with a 3-litre naturally aspirated V6, producing over 250 brake horsepower, which for a car built in 2003 was very impressive. Now, with the Clio V6 only being available to obtain once during the autumn season in Series 17, it's extremely rare in the world of Forza Horizon 4. And given just how unique this Renault is, it's completely worth the maximum buyout price of 20 million credits. Number 6, the 2007 Renault Clio RS 197. Classed as a common vehicle according to Forza Horizon 4, the auction house begs to differ. Now, in all honesty, out of all the cars on this list, this is probably the least exciting or special. But with that said, the Clio RS itself still has very intriguing elements implemented, especially towards the bodywork. Take the rear diffuser, for example, that was inspired by their own Formula 1 program, but I find it a little interesting that out of all the vehicles they could have used F1 technology on, they chose this. Either way, this front-wheel drive hot hatch produced around 200 brake horsepower from a 2-litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder, and since this car, like the cars mentioned on this list, can't be bought through the auto show, this Clio RS has only been available to obtain during Series 17 through the dreaded Trials event, which most likely made it even harder to obtain. The current price tag for this Renault currently sits at 16 million credits in the auction house. And number 7, the 2016 Renault Clio RS16 concept. Now, in the Forza franchise, it's rare to come across concept cars or prototypes, which is why when there is one, especially in the Horizon series, it's something very special. Built to celebrate 40 years of Renault, it was also to showcase the direction in which the manufacturer was going with performance hatches. Although the engine itself is not new, simply taken from a Megane Trophy R, it's the outlandish exterior which makes this RX-17 special. Receiving wider wheel arches and a massive rear wing, this is all to create heavy downforce for superb handling. With the car only being available to obtain once during the same time as the 2018 Megane RS, in Update 17, this concept car is currently worth at 16 million credits in the auction house. So there we have it, guys. 7 of the newest, most expensive cars in the auction house in Forza Horizon 4. I hope you guys did find this video helpful. If you guys did, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.